Hello and welcome to the Synergy Sanctum. This is our series focused on positive life coaching lessons with Squee the Immortal, where we aim to provide everyone with awareness and coaching that is focused on identifying your goals and your values, ensuring that the steps you take on your own adventure are aligned with that return on time that you are seeking, and sharing countless strategies focused on positive mindsets, resilience, and flourishing as a person each and every day. Let's get into today's episode. So it's well and good to understand all of this purpose and understand how important it is and all of these things, but we have all of these expectations put on us as people. There's all of these society's expectations of us. There's all of these norms that you're expected to do. You're expected to go to school. You're expected to get some type of degree or trade or start working. You're expected to put in endless hours of work to achieve something higher than yourselves or be better than the previous generation or to provide for the future generation. There's so many expectations. When is there time for you as an individual, right? And it does require some courage here to break these norms and to focus on like what you need. And that might seem a little selfish, but if you take the time to do this, you are now showing up as your best self. You are able to overcome any obstacle that might happen at work. You are able to practice gratitude and be happy and positive with what might happen in life, because as you're doing these steps and you're taking these steps on your path, you're getting validation of this, right? You're validating it against what your character strengths are. You're validating it against what your goals are or what you value or what's important to you. And you're running this like consistent effort to where your cup's being filled. You are showing up as your best self by taking the time to think about, how do I even do that? What do I even want to do? What do I want to achieve? And as I'm going forth and I'm doing this, now all of a sudden I'm showing up better. I'm showing up better for my kids. I'm showing up better for my job. I'm showing up better for family, whatever it is, whatever's driving you, because you've taken the time to commit to something for yourself, you are now showing up better in life with everybody around. So it's important to align your daily activities against this higher purpose or these higher goals that you have for yourself. So if I'm not doing things each and every day that are aligned with this higher calling or this potential that I have internally for myself, that I want for myself, then what am I doing, right? Then I'm just stuck in the same norms and the same cycle that I'm always stuck in, because I'm not now going forth with intention into my life about how I want to live it, or what do I want to do daily that fills my cup or helps me to show up as the best I can show up as, right? And if I'm not doing this, if I'm not aligning my best, my daily activities against my best self, then what's happening is I'm doing things that ultimately don't fill my cup. I'm doing them because of obligation, bills, like whatever it is. And it's not to say that, go and just live in the woods if you want and live your best life and everything will work out. But it's to go in with intention in the day to start embedding things that bring positive value or align to this larger purpose, so that you are consistently winning as much as you might be running into obstacles or bills or society norms of things that you ultimately have to do. So now you're approaching all of that. You're approaching what we all need to do to survive with intent to also make sure that you're filling your own individual cup. So now that we understand that I have these positive experiences that have made me who I am today, they've contributed to my identity, they've done things to make me like focus on certain things or get value out of certain things or have certain hobbies. And I also have awareness of like what internally will help me flourish as a person with my character strengths. And I've aligned all of that effort towards a purpose, towards a life's purpose, or something that a higher calling for myself that is filling an internal need that I have as a person. How do I get all of that done? Like, time is finite, right? I only have so much time in every single day to accomplish everything that's put in front of me, as well as everything now that I might want to do for myself. So it just seems like an impossible task, right? So really basic time management strategies all go down to this one concept, and this concept being that you have time for things that you need to do, responsibilities, obligations, work, sleep, eating, things you need to do as a person, And then ideally, you have time for things that you want to do, right? So there's 24 hours in a day, and I need to do all of these things, and I hope that I get to do these other things that I want to do. And these want to do things are important because they fill your cup, right? They are aligned with your strength. They are contributing to your purpose. They're a measure of success for you. Or maybe it's just something you enjoy. Maybe you want to play video games every night. Maybe you want to exercise, because these things are things that you like are exciting to you. They would what you want to spend your time doing versus what you need to spend your time doing. But it isn't feasible to just spend all of our time doing what we want to do. That's why so many people hold on to retirement and this like end goal of like, well, eventually I'll get to just do what I want to do, and I can sleep in till 12, I can eat breakfast at 2 p.m., and then I can go to the movies or travel or whatever, right? And I don't have to worry about anything because I've worked, my butt off to achieve this state of life. But while we're on this journey, while we're on this grind, you are still trying to do these want to do things. Because if you just always do what you need to do, you burn out. You get upset, you feel frustrated, you start taking it out on people that are important to you, not intentionally, hopefully, and it's like you're spent, right? You're getting overwhelmed, and you don't have the time for the things you want to do because the need to do's took over so much. So when it comes to spending our time, it's important to understand what tasks do I have that I need to do as a person, right? And whether that's work, sleep, whatever, and basically prioritize how much each task is going to take, right? How much time is each task going to take, and understanding that, okay, I understand that all of these things need to happen. This is how much time it's going to take. And then ideally, at the end of all of those need to do's, I have time for want to do's. Now, as a person, you want to create more and more time for want to do's, right? I want to do things. You want to start like creating time in your day for things that you want to do that doesn't necessarily sacrifice against your need to do's. So think about the first time you mowed the lawn, let's say, or did any type of chore that's more time consuming. The first time you did it, it probably didn't go how you thought it would go. You thought that, it would take only two hours. It took 3. You thought, oh, it's going to be quick, but then you ran out of gas. You need to go get gas for the lawnmower, or like I'm going to do all of my laundry today, but I have to wait for each cycle, so I can't do it all today. So you like basically like did the task because it was something you like needed to do, right? You didn't have a choice. It needed to get done. And then you learn as a person how to minimize the time for the need to do's. So you're doing this every day in your life outside of the workplace, right? So every day in your life, you are estimating how much time these tasks are taking for your need to do so that you can create more time for your want to do's. Or if your want to, on the flip side, if your want to do is going to take so much time, then you're putting that into your plan for the day. So my want to do is going to take an hour. I'm going to do that now because I need to fill my cup. And then I know now that my need to do's are going to take the remainder of the time I have left. So this is something that you can apply in every aspect of your life, including in the workplace, right? Because at work, you're going to have the same things. You're going to have the need to do's that you need to do in order to get paid. And then there's going to be things you might want to do. Like maybe there's some like birthday thing that's happening, or maybe there's like some activity that's happening at work, or maybe there's like, oh, at this time, this, thing is going to happen, and work is going to pay for it so you can go to that thing, right? But if your need to do's at work are too high and you haven't estimated the time correctly, then you're not going to get to go and do the thing that you want to do. Or maybe I want to have enough energy when I get home from work to play with my kids or to hang out with my partner or whatever it is. And if I'm not thinking about this actively in the day, then I'm not, ultimately in control. I don't have control over how this time is spent. And in addition, now that we have awareness of these strengths and our personal motivations and these internal needs, I should want to do things that feed that, right? I shouldn't want to shift how I'm doing my need to do tasks to align more with these things that fill my cup, because then they don't become need to do's, right? Now they're suddenly want to do's. So maybe if I dread laundry, I listen to music because it's something I want to do while I'm doing the laundry, right? So now all of a sudden it's something I'm enjoying, or maybe I watch a show or do something that I want to do in the midst of the need to do tasks. So there are options available to you, and all of this again aligns with, is it something that's an internal drive, an internal strength, and is this something that's like contributing to my life's purpose? And in the midst of that, you can still play video games for an hour, because again, it's all just what is filling your cup and making you happy and show up as your best self.